Shalom Israel. Before we begin, like always, all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. And this is your fellow servant, Arya. Salakia. Allergies still kicking my ass, man. This shit is crazy. But anyway, man. So we got in the news. So before we begin, I just want to state this real quick, and then we'll get into the video. And throughout the video, I may pause and, say certain things and then let the video play again. But yeah, before we begin, we got these treasury yields skyrocketing. And if you know anything about treasury yields, when the treasury yields are skyrocketing, that means it's harder for not only businesses, but anybody to get loans. So if you thought it was hard to get a loan beforehand, it's going to be extremely hard to get a loan now. And when you do get a loan, the interest rates on those loans are going to be outrageous. So when it comes to getting loans for houses, cars, for your business, any of those things, it's going to be extremely hard, and you're going to get hit with crazy amount of interest to the point where it ain't even going to be worth it, man. So yeah, things are really going downhill for Babylon the Great, as it should. All right. Damn, Salakia, as it should, because we in those times, man. All right. Once again, if these things was not happening, then that would mean that the holy scriptures, that would mean that that it's not real. But obviously, the oracles of God, the holy scriptures, the Bible is obviously real, man. And everything that it states is happening, man. So when we watching these things manifest in the earth, hey, man, it's like us watching a rerun of a movie that we already saw, man. That's all I'm saying. When I'm watching this news and stuff, hey, man, these people losing their minds right now. All right, when they coming across this information and what's going on, and I'm sitting back just, oh man, I remember when I read that back in 2008. Oh shit, this shit happening now. You know what I'm saying? And once again, man, the men of the Lord, man, we been out here prophesying, man, been telling y'all these things was gonna come about, been stating it. Once again, I remember when I first went to the streets and was speaking, man, people used to think I was out my damn mind, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll see all the signs that we had out. Nobody knew what the hell the signs was meaning. We used to hold up the signs with the RFID chip on it, saying it's the mark of the beast, holding up the sign with the Russia nuclear missile on it. People used to think we was out our damn mind, holding up the sign with the dollar crashing, all that shit, man. And everybody used to think, like, what the hell are they doing? What the hell is these young ass niggas out on the streets doing, man? Because we were young back then. They used to literally be like, what is these young ass, my whole camp in St. Louis, man, we were young as shit. I think I was the oldest one, man. And I was young, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying, 14, 15 years later, here we are, man. You know what I'm saying? They grew up, you know what I'm saying? Now we older, but we still doing the same thing, man. But anyway, man, let's get into this video. And like I said, if it comes across a certain point where I need to make a point, then I'll stop it. If not, then we're just gonna let the video roll. All right, so let's get into it.
Hey everyone, I'm Clayton here in northern Egypt, not too far from the Israeli border, where Egypt just dropped a bombshell. Is this a huge middle finger to the United States and Israel? I'll get to that in a minute. Of course, just north of this location is the Israeli border, and now all-out war against Hamas, all-out war against the Gaza Strip. And if you didn't think a world war was possible before with the NATO war in Ukraine, well, get ready. A few hours ago, the Israeli Defense Ministry just announced an invasion and destruction of Gaza. And I'm quoting him now, "There will be no electricity, no food, no fuel. We are fighting human animals, and we will act accordingly." Many people on social...
Hey, man. Amalek, man. You damn so-called Israelis, Amalek. You swear, hey man, You are the damn base, worthless damn man on earth, man. And y'all swear when y'all get attacked, like y'all had no reason to be attacked, man. You damn Israelis, you are behind literally everything that goes wrong on this earth, man. But yet when you get attacked, you make it seem like you are the innocent and you don't know why you got attacked or why somebody's attacking you, man. Just like the simple ass Edomites that's over here in America, man. All right. They seem to just have no clue, no understanding of why people hate them and why people want to attack them. Like it's just oblivious to them, man. This is what you call narcissistic behavior. All right. You have no clue, no idea why people hate you, but yet everything that you do, everything that you've done is nothing but kill, rape, rob, steal. All right, like that's all you've been about, man. Your whole time, man. But yet you make it seem like you're the one being attacked for no reason. Simple as can be, man. And while this man is speaking, because he's speaking about Egypt, the first thing that popped in my head was Ezekiel 38. All right, because you have those countries that's going to be aligned with Russia, and Egypt is one of them. So once again, this is going according to scripture, man. All right, continuing on.
Media saying, well, that would be a war crime, of course. The term war crime is being used a lot in the past few days. We do have reports now showing Hamas using U.S. weapons meant for Ukraine. Imagine how that happens. We send billions of dollars in money and weapons to Ukraine, only for Ukraine to sell them on the black market to Hamas.
I'm also continuing to push to stop funding the war in Ukraine and push those countries to peace. And now with what's happening in Israel, we're looking at a whole different situation. I want to track the serial numbers of the weapons that Hamas is using against Israel. And I want to know if they came from Afghanistan or if they came from weapons that we provided to Ukraine.
So we're following that part of the story. We'll have a larger report on that later this week. Meanwhile, how many innocent people are about to be destroyed, caught in between this mess? The answer is a lot. The next few hours will be pivotal for people living in Gaza. The country of Lebanon just fired a dozen rockets at Israeli targets, warning Israel, stay out of Gaza. If Israel invades Gaza, that will bring a response from Hezbollah. All bets are off. World war. Nearby the violence, of course, is their neighbor to the south, Egypt, where I am.
So once again, Joel chapter 3. All right. So we here, man. This shit is going down, man. So this thing is funny to me, man. Because like I stated in a video, maybe 5 days ago, when I had that dream. I told you I had a dream. In my dream, it was pitch black dark. Couldn't see nothing in the dream. And in the dream, I just heard a voice that just kept saying over and over, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And then boom, I woke up. Then I was like, damn, shit about to get real out here, man. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And I already knew where it was coming from. That's Amos. All right. But anyway, shit is getting real out here, man. So shit gonna continue to go downhill, man, swiftly, man. So ain't no telling how bad this may get. You know what I'm saying? We still got, 3 months left in this year? No telling how bad it may get, man. This shit may just take off, man. Lord willing, man. Lord willing.
Right now, Egypt, of course, shares a border with both Gaza and Israel. They're in that incredibly unique position. And over the past few hours, Egypt sent a stunning message to President Biden and Benjamin Netanyahu saying, no, we will not get involved. The president of Egypt, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, has turned down a request by the United States to send forces into Gaza to help attack any targets in Gaza. Biden just announced emergency weapons to Israel, and of course is looking for anyone else that's willing to jump in and help attack Gaza. You know, who else wants to jump in? Is there a coalition of the willing?
Every nation in this coalition has chosen to bear the duty and share the honor of serving in our common defense.
Instead, Egypt is staying neutral, will not send forces into Gaza. Remember, of course, Egypt fought a bloody war against Israel, and more recently, they've dealt with attacks from Hamas here in northern Egypt. So Egypt says it will remain neutral. Unless we are attacked, we will not enter this conflict. This is a big moment. And in recent years, of course, Egypt has been the mediator of these conflicts, the sort of the go-between between Israel and Hamas. And Egypt is calling on both sides right now to end this violence immediately. That's the message just about an hour ago from the Egyptian government. This is a bold move by Egypt. You're giving basically the middle finger to the United States, which is a country that has kept Egypt under its thumb for many years. We do know that Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, just spoke with his counterparts here in Egypt. I can only imagine what it must be like to be a fly on that wall, listening for the United States asking Egypt, you know, look, you're the neighbor right there to the south, right near the Gaza Strip. Sure you don't want to send any troops? Sure you don't want to send anything? Egypt saying, no, we're not going to do that. I mean, the U.S. currently has export controls against Egypt, not sanctions, but export controls. And that limits, of course, who can do business with Egypt. And because of U.S. sanctions in Africa, it severely hurts Egyptian trade and its economy. Egyptian economy is, of course, not very strong. Of course, the Egyptian pound has taken an absolute beating. It is, of course, the leading currency here in Egypt, but really the U.S. dollar is second to the Egyptian pound. And in some towns in Egypt, the U.S. dollar is the primary means of doing business. Talk to Egyptian businesses and they'll all tell you U.S. dollars, yeah, we accept U.S. dollars for goods and services.
And this is why all these countries are dropping the U.S. dollar. All right, this is why these treasury yields are shooting up, skyrocketing, which is making it harder to get loans. All right, because most of these countries, like he said, they do trade, they do transactions with the U.S. dollar. And this is why these other countries are coming up with what? CBDCs. All right, they're gonna get rid of all paper currencies. All right, everything is gonna go digital. But once again, who controls the CBDCs? The central banks. So who controls the central banks? Yeah, you guessed it right. Esau, Edom, Idumea, the Amalekites, all right? your banking families, your Rothschilds, your Gettys, your DuPonts, your Vanderbilts, your Bilderbergs, so forth and so on, all right? So these are the guys that push these wars. These are the guys that that cause all these things to happen in the earth, because they're trying to bring forth their new world order, all right? Trying to bring forth their global reset, but not understanding that all things that are being done is being done because this is what Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah wants to be done. So as soon as they think that they have their new world order about to be established, the Most High is gonna slap all that shit down, man. So that's what's gonna come, man. And you read about that in Job chapter 20. All right, so let's get back to the video.
A source at a top Egyptian bank told me today that almost all of the large transactions are carried out in U.S. dollars. And the Egyptian pound is losing value. It has been for the past few years. So Egypt is under the thumb of the United States monetarily. And for Egypt to say, hey, sorry, we're not doing your bidding, is a bold move. Also of note, Egyptian buildings in Cairo have raised the Palestinian flag, just like they've done in Iraq, Syria, Iran, Kuwait, and Libya. Palestinian flags hitting skyscrapers at nighttime. Also, I found this to be a stunning admission today.
All right, so that's enough on that video, man. So yeah, it's going down, man. Yeah, the nation the nation of Israel and those phonies that's over there in the land claiming to be the Israelites, which they are not. They are Amalekites. All right, Amalek from Esau, the nation of Esau, Edom, Idumea. All right, in the scriptures, the red boy of the scriptures, the devil, Lucifer, Satan. All right, so forth and so on. That's who over in the land, and they are surrounded, man. They are surrounded, and they know they surrounded. So let's go to the scriptures real quick, and we're just gonna grab Ezekiel 38 to show you that these things was gonna happen, and those nations are gonna be siding with Russia. Salakia once again. And just know too, when you although you see this war shit going on, like this is a good thing to pay attention to, but also remember, always pay attention to what? The economy, man. Once again, while all these things are happening at one time, they also trying to bring in what? They're also trying to bring in the CBDCs. The CBDCs will turn into universal basic income. Universal basic income will turn into that, will turn into that RFID chip, which will be the mark of the beast, man. They're setting up their beast system, man. This is why they collapsing all the world currencies. All right. So this is what you living in, man. All right. Soon to bring in their beast system and the mark of the beast, man. So look forward to that coming, man. All right, so let's hit this Ezekiel 38, and then we out of here. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, also known as Russia, today, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. So the Most High say he is against Russia. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws and will bring thee forth. So who's controlling Russia? Who's controlling the minds of the Russian government or the Russian military? The Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So the Most High is bringing this about, man. The Most High is the one that's putting the spirit on these different nations to gear up for war, man. And war they shall have, man. Verse 5. Persia, modern day Iran, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So you're going to have Ethiopia and Libya with them, man. All of them with shield and helmet, man. So all those countries that's over there in the Middle East, you're going to start to see them band together, and those countries gonna, so like you basically stay out of the way of each other, man. So this is why Egypt is not getting involved, man. Because the Most High have the spirit on these countries that surrounding Israel to either attack or to either just not get involved. Once again, the nation, the land of Israel is surrounded completely by nations that shall not benefit them at all. Verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, also known today as Turkey, of the north quarters, all of his bands and many people with thee. So it's going to be many other nations that's going to join these nations. Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And what are they preparing for? They're preparing for World War III, man, the third woe, all right, for the valley of Jehoshaphat. Multitudes in the valley of decision. This is what they're preparing for. And he told Russia to be a guard unto all those nations. So this is what you're seeing, man. This is what's coming about. Verse 8, after many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. So what is that land that's brought back by the sword and is gathered out of many people? What is that land? The land of Israel, man. All right. When we was in the land, all right, they devastated us and killed us with the sword, man, and pushed us out the land, man. This is how the so-called Negroes left out of the land and ran into Africa, man. All right. We got slaughtered by the sword and pushed out, man. And now you got these heathens in the land that have brought the land back. That's gathered out of many people, which they are not the Israelites. And now they over in the land, man. Against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. Yeah, and they been over in our land, wasting the land, man. So this is why those Israelis, those imposters, this is why they need so much funding from the U.S. Because nothing in that land really grows, man. Because the people of the land is not there, man. That land is cursed right now, man. So this is why they get so much aid and so much funding from the U.S., NATO, and the UN, man. But it is brought forth out of the nations. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of heathen nations in the land of Israel claiming to be the people, but are not, man. Fighting over the land, but the land don't even belong to them, man. The land belongs to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We are the biblical Israelites, man. And once again, as time continue on, the world is going to know this, man. All right, because we the prophets. We are out here making these videos, and the world is going to see this, man. All right, you people are going to fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Our power is going to be putting foot to ass out here, man. We'll be putting foot to ass out here, man. And you people are going to feel it, man. And they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend to come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Yeah, when they come like a storm, when they cover the land, it's bombs over Baghdad. That's what's coming, man. So that whole land mass of Israel, it's like it's going to be hit, man. All right? That's what's coming to them, man. So right now, they have been dwelling safely, right? This is what them small hats been over there doing, right? Dwelling safely. Now, out of the blue, everything is going downhill, man. And everything is going to continue to go downhill, man. Now they caught up in a conflict that they ain't going to be able to get themselves out of, man. And when America join, it's just going to get worse, man. Salakia, damn. I about want to do this video over, man. Allergies killing me. But Lord willing, man, this was edifying, man. And I'm up out of here, man. So with that, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. Shalom.